Hello, hello. So we need to look at a few different things. Oh, chat's broken. There we go. All right. Not quite sure how I feel about doing the restream. I do like having it automatically backed up to YouTube. That is nice. I haven't gotten any feedback on Facebook. Been streaming there, and I don't have any analytics for Twitter. So just kind of a black box there. All right, but we'll figure it out. So we're getting into baking and painting for Scollar. That's where we're going to start. Perfect. So first thing I know we need to change is for our vest. Basically, the back of it has this decal, and the rest of the object is mirrored, but the decal is not. So I think we will make a circle. Yeah. I guess we need to go one more over. No, I don't. Just have to be spaced over more. And just keep it going now. Boom. This is the one where it starts being the vertical spots. Vertical spots. We got some good stuff. I think we'll have to do a cut here. Or actually, what we'll do instead is take all the verts in here and delete them. So we just have this. Then I will close these edges like this just to alleviate as much stretching as possible. Might even run another cut here. Then I'll take the border, do edit, space. So we know we have extremely even spacing. That looks good. Next, we will put our cursor right here. Can I actually circle it? Interesting. Worked decently well. E, S, bam, E, S, bam. And then we'll do a grid fill, or we'll close it up normally. How dare you? Is that a pie? Hello. I still need to figure out how to get all my activity on one page. Thank you, whoever did that. It's amazing. Exclusive. Hello, welcome. We're working on making a retopology right now. Simpler version. Basically, we're working on a VR chat avatar, and we're making some clothes. It's going pretty well. We got kind of this biker vest going on, and I'll show you the rest of the avatar in just a moment. But hello. Well, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do this. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here to here. Bam. 1, 2. Bam. And then we can close this. Bridge. And bridge. Looks like I messed up. 1, 2, 3. Too many here. That should be right. Doot, 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 doot. Bam. Bam. All right, there we go. Nice, even topology. What we'll do next is we will actually highlight. Oh, never mind. One more edge to create. Do a cut here, right there, and then paste it. Make sure everything in here is pressed to the back. All right, that looks dope. So we'll take this, go into Retopafla, my favorite. Retopafla. And then we're just going to relax the geometry in the middle there. But I hope everyone out there is having an amazing start to your Friday. I know I am. And looking forward to chilling with you all today. Working on avatars. All that jazz. All right. So we'll pin these ones. Get our little relax tool. You know what? I want this one in the same spot too. And just get that nice and spaced evenly. There we go. Exit. It's that simple. And then we will create a seam here. Something's wrong here. Let's just run another cut there. Getting a little too stretched. All right, back to this. And mark a seam. Then we'll select this whole little chunk, pop it off, boom. And apply our mirror. Interesting. If I, that's annoying. If I triangulate now, no, it's only if they're overlapped, so I can't apply the mirror right now. Okay. There we go. All right, so sculpt clothing. We can hide now, and we just want to look at our UV map. Which looks like this. And obviously it's listed right there. So this spot here, what can we do with that? Too much. Let's check our view. We can see a lot of more resolution here. It's kind of stretched right there. it's more or less a reflection of this spot. 6. It's a little bit more even. Then here, I want to take these two edges and then shrink them. Something to ease out resolution. Thank goodness. Why can't I see it? There. Better. I feel like I should just redo this whole little jacket. But we already did so much work. Already did so much work. It'd be a shame to have to go and redo everything. All right, there was actually a little error right here. It should be in this section. And that's the front, so it has to be this side. Okay, so it is this little corner here. So it's this quad right here. Or no, this one. Yeah, I think I got to redo that. So select it, A, Alt P, U. Take our little piece in it, move it. Ahoy, Era! Good morn. Good morn to you. Welcome. Welcome. Look, not much lag today. I know, what the heck. Good some days, just terribly destroyed others. Yeah. Updated the song again. I fixed the flat note. Person published this song is making me stop. No more. It is done. It is done. Well, I'm excited. A full release. What does that entail with it getting published? What does that mean? Does that mean you got like a whole tour schedule lined up? It's going up on YouTube about it. Gotcha. That's so cool. It's fun to do something, people like want to promote and share. That's pretty awesome. Pretty cool. Bam. We're not in a contract or anything. Okay. Bam. That's looking much better already. Take this and pin it. Then I'd like to take this. Pin it. It just really wants to curve this way. I don't like it. I do not like that. We had to tell him he will fail as a publisher because he's not looking to wring all the money out of it possible. Got called bad publisher last night because person is expressly not trying to take advantage of me. Lol. Has to be extract the most amount of wealth as possible. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of living? Extract wealth, crisis, die. Natural human lifespan. There we go. All right, it's a little different than I initially expected, but this should bake better bake. What about this corner though? I want to see how it bakes first. Good morning, Arctic. Hello. Welcome. Apparently, Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year. Suppose no surprise based on how well it's doing. Good to see, though. Also, it's kind of surreal anyone would want to publish anything I've ever made. I am not used to that. Yeah, it's certainly interesting. Especially, it's like, you know, I don't know what you were expecting from the song, but to have such a response like that is very, very exciting. More meme songs required. Actually, no, we'll keep it like that. And we'll hit it with the align. Boom. Nice and crispy. And then we can get this guy, put him right here. And take that. All right, that looks good. So let's go ahead and export again. Good morning, Zoom. Hello. It was a joke. It's still a joke song. I don't know. People have been asking me for more, and I'm like, oh, guys, that was a joke. This is what I normally write. You just gotta speak to what you find funny, or entertaining, interesting. Clearly, you're doing something people like. Did I overwrite the low poly or the high poly? I think I did. So just in case. I just overrode all the body stuff. You fool! There. Salutations, my lord. I don't know, man. I'm afraid of the moment. Afraid of the moment I share any things I've written, folks can be like, oh, response. The best kind of songs still remember learning how to make burritos from a silly Perry Grip song on YouTube years ago. Just depends on what you're aiming to do, Era. If you want what. And it seems that people like songs that are meant to be, or that have the intention of being entertaining. Clothing, save. I'm doing this. I have to export everything. Dang. Cage. Yeah, see, I don't write joke songs often. Normally, I write grungy, punkish music. Usually, my stuff is dark, hence why I always have to put it out under several pseudonyms. Just found it, uploaded 14 years ago. I actually have no idea who Perry Grip is. I guess I can find out. Perry Grip. No, cute. Sam, hey there, Shatter. Hello, hello. Can link it if you like. Oh, I looked it up. Sculpt body. Now we want to go back to Retopo body. Everything in here should have the material. Then this is the body cage. Bam. And this is the body. There. Bam. Okay. Hopefully I didn't break too much doing that. But now we're going to refresh this, which will break. But hello, Shatter. Good morning. Hello. What are you up to? Where's my model? What the? Popo close. FBX. Well, overwrite the close. Yes. And then overwrite the cage. But damn, it's still jelly over that vest. It's come out well. Well, not right now. I just changed the UV map, so it looks weird. But it's about to return to what it looked like. Dude, there we go. Bam, 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 bam. Reformatting my essay. The school is an actual pile of burning trash and feces. Not enjoying your the papers you have to make. Set this to 128. Save. And I knew it. I know it. Sculpting clothing. FBX sculpt clothing. High poly. Overwrite that. Overwrite that. Save. Okay. This should be correct. Save. Bake. Bakery. It was perfect. I did it in HTML and CSS. It was perfectly MLA compliant. My teacher, though, is a 70-year-old hag that can't understand anything other than a doc file. Just need to do like a screen capture of you going through it. If they can load videos. I suppose that's assuming they can load videos. All right, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Interesting. There's just a slight, but that's fine. Oh, dude, that looks so cool. Fun. Love that implied depth there. Nice. Very satisfying. What's this here? That's something on the model. It is. All right. Anything else that needs tweaking before we rebake? There's this seam in the middle. Do I want that? I guess I don't mind it. It looks normal. Ah. This isn't on both sides, is it? No. So we'll take our little wire here, duplicate, flip it, and then flip the normals. So let's turn off display normals. Okay. So that gives us, that should fix that spot. Belt looks awesome. Wow, that genuinely looks super awesome. A little bit of a air here. Is that? If I had a teacher that could use a computer without having a stroke, they would have been impressed with how I use clever flex boxes to keep MLA even when zoomed off on a different monitor. You're too advanced. You're too advanced. Is there some other teacher or like counselor you could appeal it to? Right. I guess as long as you get the grade in the end, that's good. But that's a little interesting right there. This spot. Boom. Okay, so let's go ahead and export the high poly again. Just witch in the woods. Sign the contract. One of us. One of us. So here on my retopo, it looks goofy. That's because this edge is kind of floating. It should be there. That should help. All right. And this is the cage version. Oh, awesome. And here is the, clothing. Boom, boom, boom. It's hard for me to tell when the cage is on or off. Well, all right, back here. And I think we should be good for another rebake. No, one thing we're missing is down here. It's looking weird. Down here, looking weird. I'll do a cut like that. And on our map, give it just a little bit extra. Just a little bit. Still very distended. That doesn't help. It's approved. There. That looks a lot better. Replace the cage one more time. And now the base mesh. Okay. Back to here. Refresh the mesh. And save and bake. All roll. Look at that. Beautiful. Crisp, clean. That looks a lot better too. And we got our little cable at the bottom now. Nice. That looks delicious. Oh, and then this is fixed up here. Nice. It looks like to me there's just one weirdness, which is these little dimples on the front here. How many poly is that? This one is 8,000, almost 9,000 polys, compared to the sculpture, which is almost 6 million. For just those two comparison. Yeah. So decent amount. Most of the geometry is in these little studs here. It's a little hard to see there, but. And then I want to look at the sculpture clothing. Interesting. I don't see these little wrinkles here aren't on this side. So we're going to cheat. We're going to take the vest, extract it. Oh yeah, we can actually see these airs here. And then we'll add a modifier mirror, bisect, apply. Well, so it looks amazing for 9K. Thank you, Shatter. Thank you. I'm quite proud of it. I felt like I did a good job. Thank you. Thank you. We definitely trimmed it down. I might go back and add more holes to the belts, but even I'm very pleased with how the cables came out. This looks very good. Oh, actually, now that I'm looking at it, there is one weirdness right there. That one looks funky. So we'll take a look at that. But everything else looks really good. Go back to that. This will be adjustment on retopo clips. There we go. That should be right. So it should be the second one right here. Hmm. It's this dip here, this curve that it's doing. Uh, so we're going to make just a little bit extra geometry right there and get this to lay a little flatter on it. I do love optimizing. It's very satisfying. It's addicting. It's actually addicting. Okay. And then we can do this to get it even better. And then this. All right, something like that. Looks pretty solid. And then hide this. FX. This should just be clothing. And here is the cage. But back to here one more time. Back to the baked mesh maps one more time. Apparently, people are saying that the Gemini demo was fake. When I was doing my textures, I was getting that high fix mode. Yeah, it's like just like it's gotta be perfect. I'm probably lagging right now. No, that looks worse. Okay, so something's off probably on the UV map itself. So there's a little hole right there. Where's that? Oh, of course, no, that makes sense. Yeah, there would be a hole. That does make sense. It's like cut out certain parts. I mean, it wasn't real time like it was alluded to, but the model itself is still incredible. Maybe the displace is too strong. In fact, how much better can I make this? I could clean up a lot if I could just get a little bit more. It's a little bit closer. That would give it a lot better quality. Wait to see that GPT 4.25 Turbo. Yeah, I'm pumped about it. It'll be nice to have. It is nice that there feels like there's probably a little fire under OpenAI's butt now. Yeah, they gotta go in and actually prove themselves a little bit. Google released the fucking API. It's not. If not, it's just another failed Google product. It is stunning how many failed products they have. It's alarming, really. Boom, 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 boom. All right, it's gonna lag again because we've got to bake again. What do you mean by OpenAI compatible? All right. These bakes do look better, but this one's still getting garbled. What is going on there? I am confused. Still getting garbled. Oh, this one is floating. Should be. Oh, wait. Oh, duh. Okay, beautiful. Uh, that's because I had this place on. I wonder if that would have affected the normals. I actually probably just didn't update the UV map. I go here and we select it, and then I say update. Yeah, it should be more than enough resolution. Okay. So this is the cage, and we'll update the mail. Hello. written in a way that a call on that API could work for GPT-4 or Gemini so the devs don't have to rewrite an app to handle different model interfaces. Gotcha, gotcha. Some sort of standardized interface. Save. All right, we're gonna bake another time. Actually, I'm gonna bake and run to the restaurant real quick. Be right back. On bacon. So get some bacon. I realized something. Good time. Yeah. All right. Well, it's still busted. What is going on? Huh. That's odd. There shouldn't be that kind of discrepancy here. That just wasn't shaded smooth. I can live with that. But why are these ones messed up? Did it not rebake well? These look different too. Okay, something is odd. Um, let's make sure our base clothing set up properly. Copy to selected. This is our cage. Go back here. One more time. Bake. Interesting. Still broken. I don't understand why these would change though. Everything else is baking just fine and was baking just fine until these stopped. So there's something different. I really don't want to be stuck doing this all day. I need to move a little quicker. That's fine. That's on the inside. Okay. Triangulate. Close. All look good. Everything is set up properly. Collar's baking perfectly. Vest is not. Hmm. That's interesting. Why would those errors still be there? Another discrepancy. And this just looks so mushy. No shape keys or anything. Ah, here, these, that would definitely cause an issue. One more time. Here's the base. Make sure. Clothing. Bam. And cage. Then back to our mesh map. Baker. Save. Please work. Please work. Okay. I don't understand. Now this these it's like I wonder if I hadn't refreshed the mesh. Okay, we're gonna do 128 and I'm just gonna bake at 512 so we can test a lot faster. That doesn't really help. That looks good. Why does the other one look so weird? I wonder if I'd straightened out the UVs if I'd have more consistent baking. All right, that looks better. Okay. It does look different now. Okay, so I must not have refreshed the mesh. All right, because some things update automatically here and other things don't. Very powerful way to work. One that keeps everything full of surprises. Pros of buying an avatar base you really like. You spend ages customizing it, finding stuff to tweak. Cons of buying an avatar base you really like. You spend ages customizing it and finding stuff to tweak. How long did you spend in the Baldur's Gate character creator? There we go. Now we're back to our beautiful bake. Good. That's no good. Our handcuffs look funny. so much to pull apart. Your cuffs seem to be missing a link. They're a little bit shorter. They're a little bit shorter. But as long as we have at least one link baked, should be good to go. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so save that. Now for the sculpt handcuffs, I need to put this into the sculpt clothing. Then this into the clothes one. Okay. So first, the sculpture. How many times can I do the same thing in 1.5 hours? At least 12 times. My record's about 8 to 9. You're keeping up. You're keeping up. Just in case. Peace of mind. Yeah. Refresh. Save. All right, there we go. Baked. Oh, yes. We're done. Done baking. We have everything in order now. And now let's start dropping some textures in here. Something a little bit like that. Maybe one more doubling. Yeah. And then I want to put it above. Go into hue saturation, filter. Take out that saturation. Make it a little bit lighter. Set it to multiply. Level. Say, who splashed me? How dare you? Good morning, Kelsey. Hello, hello. How's your day going? Hello. Okay. We're just going through and adding some details to our textures here. Looking fancy. Well, thank you. It's going well. Glad it's Friday. Me too. Me too. Looking forward to the weekend. Very much so. A little too glossy right now. Just want to lower it a little bit. It's a little smudged. I think maybe we turn down the tiling here. And we just want, yeah, just a little bit less. A little bit less. Oh goodness. Hello, Jax. Welcome to the stream. We're working on baking some leather pants at the moment. Ah, sorry to sneeze. Some leather pantaloons. Thank you, Kelsey. I feel blessed. Ambient occlusion. And I think I'd rather have this be like right there. How was Thanksgiving? Do you do anything new lately? Have you? My Thanksgiving was pretty well. I did a Friendsgiving with as a lot of people came into town to hang out, which is fun. Uh, don't always get to do that, so uh, see a lot of buddies from out of town, and mostly just ate a lot of food. To be honest, it doesn't really go any differently, I suppose. But but yeah, it was good. It's good. How about you? How was your Thanksgiving? It was fun. It was fun. It was good to spend some time chilling, maxing, relaxing. Do, 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 do. But I wouldn't say that adds a ton, but enough. I'd like to get a nicer shadow and crease in here. That look really good. So we'll call this the color trim, and we're going to add an A point to it. Color trim. No. Topology mirror issues is going to be the death of me. No! It can certainly be annoying. Um, yeah. Yeah. I want to go the other way. Subtract that. Boom. Nice. That pops so much. It's good. Boom, 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 boom. Then we'll want to do a few things to this. I think we could actually give it some height, kind of make it feel a little cushioned. And then some roughness to make the shadows come a little bit better. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Moved a few verts, other side is glitching out, so turn it off, snap to symmetry. Every time I fix it on one side, the other side goes bonkers. You may just want to use a delete half and do a mirror modifier, but yeah, the if there's like an asymmetrical set of vertices, Blender suffers. Blender suffers. really hard to see, but there is a. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Here. Very satisfied. But we will add a paint because I don't want it to be on the belt. Belt will have be a different material. And then in the leather, we're going to add another flat layer, which we'll call leather edge. Edgy. I don't want it to be like beat up, but a little goes a long way. I like that. And then for our, we have the metal, metal here. We're going to add another anchor point. Another anchor point. Anchor shadow template. Boom. Boom. And we'll call this metal edge. All right, then it's kind of the same thing. Push. This one will be inverse subtract. Kind of push out from the metal pieces. And then again, we'll give it a little bit of height. Just kind of punch it in a little. Roughness will turn down. And I definitely want to switch it so that we have our bevel using uniform smoothing. So it is a little bit nicer. And all right, looks fantastic. then maybe just a little bit of ambient occlusion too. Bam. Just a touch. A little too easy to go over the top with that. Now in the middle, we'll add a metal material. Break it up a little. Color-wise, there's not much going on in there. We're going to add a template flat into here. I'll call this metal shadow. And in it, a lot of generator, ambient occlusion. And then we can darken this and definitely invert it. No. So this will just give us, in the crevices, some ability to kind of control what's going on in there. And obviously, we already have ambient occlusion in there, so I don't need to add much. Just by coloring it, going in with some roughness, so there's no, it's only shiny on the outer parts of it. Let's actually go to roughness view. Just want to see how big of an impact I'm having. Okay, it's a little strong. Push it this way, I think. Then blur it just a little. Whoa, maybe a little too strong. Set it to multiply and turn it down. All right, perfect. Oh. Now let's look at the belt. Let me open up my reference images too. 2023 client worky. Bam. Oh. Okay. So for the belt, we're going to do a much darker leather. And yeah, we should put this below. Oh. Make it black for now. And wrap it. Boom. Actually, let me undo. We're going to go back to our leather, delete my paint layer, add it back, only get rid of this section. And all right. Yes. Yes. And then this is what the belt will be. This one, and this. All right, that looks much better. Now, search leather again. Do something a little different. Tile it. It's a little too intense and the metal is getting affected by it. So the metal, we want to make sure that there is a height established and that the layer replaces. Belt one more time. I'm going to do that even more. Even more. Oh, that looks awful. Let's switch to something else. Meh. It's okay. All right. Good leather. Good leather. Anything. Hmm. I like that one. Yeah, that looks nice. A little different. Nice little texture. I'm going to tile it just twice more. And yeah, I think we're going to go with that. That looks good. All right. All right. I think that looks awesome. Let's look at our handcuffs now. Show me the cuffies. Yeah, those look good too. What I want to do now is start to take the textures we're making and integrate them with a version of the character in Unity so we can start visualizing that final look. So we'll go here. We're going to turn on Retopo for pretty much everything. Everything? Yeah. Yes. And FBX butt test. Not that. Ah, I have to duplicate the folder. We'll wait till it loads. Any idea to rotate the index pinky bone inwards a little, or should I leave the rolls at 0? Um, are you talking about in the FBX settings, or are you talking about the bone roll in Blender? It can be a little bit tricky to get fingers correct in Blender. So you'll want to just double check which axes there are there and then rotate them based on the axes. So just like perfectly on the local axis for the each bone. Um, I've moved the fingers a little and cleared the roll. Gotcha. Um, Unity's usually just does like a very straightforward bend, just following one of the axes there. but want to see what it looks like in Unity, basically, because you can set it up in Blender, but Unity kind of has its own uh, system there. To test it, though, you can just go into Unity and maybe in a second, but in the FBX settings, you can test moving the hands and then just kind of iterate on that, like go back and forth and like, okay, how are the hands actually closing? Um, Alternatively, potentially though, your base avatar might have custom hand animations, so you'll want to double check it with that too. Um, they should just be humanoid though. I think they should work with any model. Sorry, that was the info dump, but huh, why is it in his hand? But yeah, so for Lucas here, if you go to the FBX settings, I think it only has custom IK as the creator was on and on about wanting to learn to do their own image plans in the future. Gotcha, gotcha. Um, well, if you look at your rig, if it is just standard, then if you go into the configure settings for your FBX, you have your muscles and settings. And the hand here, finger open, close, gives you a good idea of how the hands are going to work. Um, and so adjusting the bone roll in Blender, I will do that. Oh, custom IK for walking. Interesting. Well, if they haven't added hand animations, then this is usually how I verify my hands are working correctly. And then they also have these finger in and out settings to adjust it. There's one other thing. Oh yes, when you make changes to your bones for your model, I anytime you make changes to your bones on your FBX, when you go to your FBX settings, I would always recommend hitting pose. And I just hit everything on this list. I reset the pose, sample the bind pose, and then I enforce T pose. And I apply that anytime I make changes to the bones. Um, because um, things get a little. You can change the bones, they'll be different, but Unity won't have updated its understanding of how to use the bones properly, and then things get weird. So, uh, definitely recommend resetting it. I ended up with an avatar in a plant pot before because I added the armature and didn't reset the bones. Yeah, yeah. It's so funny because a lot of the times it doesn't even give you a warning. You're just like, "What's going wrong?" And it's like Unity's like, "This is messed up," but it does tell you. Hair, eyes, body, clothing. Should be 4 materials total. There we go. Then model, rewrite, normals, import, tangent, import, rig, humanoid, animation, done. Materials, body, clothing, eyes and hair. Bam. Boom. All right, then all of these, go to shading, put on my favorite shading, skin, give it 75. Then I'm gonna go here, file, export textures. I'm gonna go to that same area, textures, clothing. All right, so that all's good. We now have the clothing textures and we can begin to apply them. First, I would like to put everything at 0, 0, 0. Smoothness, metallic. Bam, 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 bam. Ignore the clipping. That is expected. The metallics should be a little bit more metallic. Did I turn that up? I did. I feel like it should look a little different, but thankfully we have that power. Looks like I guess the belt buckles too. Where'd those go? They're there, but I put them in the wrong spot. Yeah, we'll fix it later. Okay, interesting. I know it's looking weird. It's like, man, it doesn't feel quite right. It's because I need to export with tangent space. Otherwise, it won't look right. There we go. Much better. And then also, I can change the sky. Goodbye, sky. Beautiful. Okay. Now, save that. File, open recent. We're going to go to the body. I'm going to slap some base colors in there. Slap. Some base colors in. Slap! This one's going to be fun. Ah. I do need a rebake. Not just yet. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. 4K. Wyoming V5. Export. Save. Before we go back, I just want to very quickly isolate the piercings. Those will definitely are an easy thing to add right now. Save and export. All right. And now we apply the materials, textures to our body. Oh. Boom. Hmm. Oh, surface scattering is its own thing. I always saw the thickness map here and I thought that was it, but it is actually its own thing. Interesting. Hmm. Smooth. Metallic. Hey, yo. Yo. Hmm. Oh, and then turn up the metallic, of course. Boom. All right. Now, for the body, we actually have access to a very different Wyoming shader. Fur. Make him fuzzy. Hmm. Is that it? I forgot how to set this up. I can see it starting to shell a little bit. There we go. Okay. And we'll have to remove it, of course, from things that shouldn't be fuzzy. See, we need stochastic sampling for the height. I feel like there's better noises out here. Yeah, that looks better. Oh yeah, look at that. Fuzzy. I think we'll need another material for the that's dope. Weight making makes me pull my hair out. There are a lot of things that can become very annoying about weight painting. Can I edit all of these at once? No. Okay. So we'll just do the body first. So this first one. How you doing though? I'm doing well. I am doing well. We are doing some texturing, chilling like a villain. um, but it's going really well. I'm really enjoying kind of the quality we're pulling out of our character here. Feels quite good. Mixed base color. Kind of a double-edged sword there. If I do, okay, so it is still there a little bit. Nice. All right, and then this room lighting will invert shrink, turn down the sharp, something like that. Mix color, and then turn down the blend strength. So just a little bit of pop. He's so fuzzy. Oh, right, of course. All right, but I think that looks pretty dope. It's a little uniform, like we can see these lines. I think that's unfortunate. I'm really surprised there's no stochastic sampling, but I am an 8.1. Oops, there's a newer 8.2 for. And then we use stochastic. All right. All right, dope. Now let's do a few other substance files. Where does it save? I'm gonna do the eyeballs. Scollar. Eyes. And then the hair. All right. Painter, file new, give me the balls. Give me your eyeballs. Give me your eyeballs. Give them to me. What did the description say of the eyes? Uh, 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 White with dark gold irises. Okay. So I would assume that this is basically that golden color. Really just need to turn this into an anchor point. Should. Should. But I'm not going to. Just all right. Save. File. Export. And you guessed it. We'll put it in here with the eyes. Oyomi V. 4i. Doesn't matter. Then eyes right here. Very fuzzy around the eyes right now. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Powerful. Now let's do the hair. Save first. Add a base. Save. And we're going to do our classic hair setup. Take a template, put it up top, add a fill. In that fill, we're going to add our favorite noise and anisotropic numbers. It will have some height, and we just need to rotate it 90 degrees. Then we would like to tile it a little bit more. Maybe not like that, but like this. And then go ahead and add on top a filter, blur. What's this? Kind of this weird, this must be seam. This. All right. Then on our base, turn down the roughness. What's the hair look like again? Boom. Something to that effect. Might be interesting to see if we could fade out the tips a little bit. I kind of want to give that a shot. Kind of want to give that a shot. Kind of want to. And let's make this dark. Set it to multiply. Then grab this dark brown. A little less saturated. And then we're going to do a gradient shadow template, drop it up top, boom. EAO is quite strong. So right about there. Save. File export textures to the same spot. Here. I think we may change the color. I have a feeling we will. Looks a little bright. Kind of expected it to come across a little darker. But I will go to the body, material, go to our rim lighting, copy these, then select clothing, eyes, and hair. Just clothing and hair. Shading, rim lighting, paste. I'm expecting a little bit more of a difference. Oh, one thing we definitely wanted to do that I have not added yet is in our rim lighting. These should be controlled by the ambient occlusion. So that'll keep highlights out of spots there. It does make sense. That one. Same thing. All right. He's looking super good. We got a lot more to do. And the first step is kind of start blocking out the body colors. The clothing is actually pretty close to finished already because a lot of it's just leather. So we want to focus on getting the details right on the bottom. First things first. Painter. body. Actually, for the fur material, can the length be? I wish the length could be controlled by a mask. Hmm. I suppose I can still make a very custom height texture. Interesting. For now, though, let's just make a mask. So we're going to go in texture set settings. We're going to add a user zero channel. Go to our layer, turn on the user zero. Bam. This will be black, or no, it'll be white. And then piercings. Piercings will have a user zero of black, though. So we don't want it to appear there. We also have our mouth template, boom, which we will assign to here, here, and then the mouth cavity, I believe, is this one. And on the base, user 0. Done. All right. And then we'll take another. This will be template flat. Another of the template flat. And this will be brows meshes. Make it black. And that. And then we've got a nose. Which will also be black. User 0. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, I'm going to do a color selection and pick the nose color. Should blend a little bit nicer. All right. Then we've got the beans. We are right. I may have to update that. Yeah. We'll have to move these. In fact, there's no reason to assign them just yet, at least in the 3D space. So we will need to rebake that. Now, what I'd like to focus on is we're going to create a template layer. Welcome back, Time Man. Whoa. This will be the third mask. Just be user 0. And we'll go into mask view. And, or actually, let's do the user 0 view. How's your day going, Time Man? You having a good Friday so far? Ooh, that needs some redoing. very chunky in this spot. 2 days of updating things at work. I had no time to stop by, but good so far. Well, I certainly am not expecting you. There's no. I appreciate you coming by. Don't want to feel obligated though. But thank you for coming. I hope you're. I'm glad you're having a good one. Glad the week is ending for you. And we'll be on to the weekend soon enough. Soon enough. I know. I'm gonna undo that, and we're just gonna add a filter. Happy Friday, my dude. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, looking forward to the good old weekend. Right now, we're creating a mask to paint out some of the fur on our avatar. And, oops. I'm going to try and fix a rigging problem on my avatar. Well, I wish you well. I think someone else was just saying there. Oh, Ben is also doing some weight painting right now. So they're in a similar suffering state. All right, let's export those textures. Do you have a public Discord at all? I do. I do. Uh, wait, how do I share that? Copy. There we go. All my commands are set up for Twitch, so I have to do it manually at the moment. Um, probably need to redo my Twitch page a little. Look at that. That looks so good. Just joined. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Donkey. Donkey. This is the progress we've made so far. So this we're starting to get things baked and into Unity now. We finished our dragon guy. I don't know if you had seen him. I can show you off in a second too. So he's done. And yeah, we've got everything kind of lined up, looking good. It's all coming together now. It's all coming together. Let's do a separate something for the tail. Oh, those are the belt loops. Funny. Okay. I saw snapshots. Good. Good. All right. Now, I would like to test for these the fur right here. Let's actually go ahead and save this one. It's the painting version. Then I will reset everything's position. Okay. And then these guys here, we're going to add a data transfer to. They will look at the body. They're going to get their face corner data, custom normals. So they should blend nicely. And then the data transfer will be controlled by a vertex group called data transfer, which we will use by selecting the boundary loops and assigning and then smoothing. And let's see how that looks now. Yeah. Here. I like the new incremental saves on Blender. Incremental saving makes the most sense to me. Outside of just using something like GitHub or some sort of versioning software. Oops. Where'd my eyeballs go? Where did my eyeballs go? There we go. And now, this doesn't look very different, but that's because we still have our materials applied. Let me just make a blank one, or let me turn off the normal map. So the normal map is 0, and the AO to 0. Okay, and then those do blend very nicely. Okay, so we just need to take out the AO and a decent chunk of normals, and then we'll be able to make them blend very nicely. Or at least have them ambient occlusion go into here. I mean, that doesn't look, I like that. Right here, that's nice. That doesn't look too strange. Maybe just take it out a little. Yes. Just gonna select boundary loops. Bam. Yeah, mostly I tend to F up my avatars. Hey, me too. Me too. That's just how it goes. That's part of the learning process. I always think of video games like Dark Souls. That's what art feels like. I'm sad I don't have another monitor to watch and work. You just listen to the sound of my keyboard clacking. Is the eye clipping? There's a little clip right there. Huh. All right, now the problem is the fur on the face is too long. So we're going to go back to Painter to our. This looks so scary. Um, Painting that we're doing on the face. Turn down opacity. Just kind of lightly brush that in a few spots. I agree with you. A few days ago, I like to work and talk. Okay, okay. I always like to have. For me, the stream is like my focus. Kind of keeps me on task. Oh, don't like that. Got rid of too much. I'll just do. Excuse me. Excuse me. But I'll be in the background and lurking. That's totally fine. Definitely enjoy the lurk. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll just be here getting this guy made. Getting this dude duded. Duded. I'm gonna add a template here. We're gonna call this clip. And we're basically just gonna copy our noise. There. Paste it. This one will kind of offset a little bit and maybe tile it. And then what I'd like to do is instead of doing color or height, I would like to do opacity. There's another commission, by the way. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'll also copy our gradient from here, paste it. And I need to see the mask view. So we'll do multiply. That. And then a levels to up that contrast. And we can see we're creating these thin structures there. Push that up a little. A little wispy. Let's see what that looks like. Export textures. Boom. And save. Then the hair. I'm going to set to trans-clipping. Interesting. I don't dislike that. But I would like to have a little bit more control on how this is happening. So enter the mask view, and we're actually going to rotate this. And what this will allow us to do, or just do this. Bam, repeat, none. We'll have one there. That's lower. Move the balance down. Duplicate. We'll have another here, where the balance is much higher. And then we'll have another one here that's actually not a gradient and is just a solid fill, like so. Okay. And this will allow us some options in how to approach our look. I didn't expect it to be so blocky there. Blocky there. Gotcha. It's the leveling that's making it blocky, not the boom boom. And then for our noise, I'm going to turn off everything above and set this to subtract instead. Yeah, we'll need one that's a linear dodge. Duplicate this one and set it back to multiply. Because we do need one to do the opposite. Kind of blend out what's beneath. Texture set settings. Can I display this instead of, where's the transparency? Nothing. It's okay. Just okay, though. There's more to play around with there, but it's a good start. Now let's do some other stuff to our hair. We're going to go into our anisotropic. Turn off the bottom one. All right, just some nice anisotropes. Give a good look on the hair. Now, let's go back to the body. We need to make another texture set. Save. And in our piercings, these will use our new texture, user 1 channel. Like that. Save. Export. And what we'll use for this one is to make our piercings look a little bit nicer. There's these really cool shading features called matte caps. And we could kind of segment it off, mask it out with our mask that we just made. And then we can give it a matte cap texture. We have a few more options than that. Right now it is a replace blend, which I don't like. I use a multiply and a add. We can also switch it to double-sided. Anyway, this will help give it some gloss. Alrighty. Painter again. Base color. Let's get some basic variation on the body. We'll take base, drop it there, and this will be base shadows. We'll add a generator, curvature, invert, make it dark. Could use that blur, but it'd be better to use a 3D blur. And then once we've done that, we'll add another generator on top with a linear dodge, and this will be our ambient occlusion, inverted, and lessened. Together, these can kind of give just some subtle shadowing. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, nice. And then with the colors I see in our reference image, the base is actually a little bit lighter. And then we've got some patterning. So we'll do the shadows on top. Just set another template. And we'll say darker pattern. Boom. And we're just going to be a little ham-fisted in painting it around the body. Nice. This is what I see there. And we'll actually select just the eye socket. Fill it in completely. All right. And then our ear tufts are darker, or black. Ear tufts. Back work is starting to pick up. Unless that's a good thing. But I'm assuming it means work, work. Work, work. I need to double check the corner mouth mapping, my UV map. Work, work. Work, work, work. Bevel shadow, boom. We'll probably also want separate matte cap for the beans. So another user channel, user 2. The lighting is desaturating him. I've noticed Auto Rigger never plays nice with fingers. I've never had an auto rig solution that was there. It's always been like 60% of the way there. Fortunately, I until like there's an AI, I don't think we'll ever have a perfect one. Not yet, at least. I always fix it, but damn, let me be lazy. Let me be lazy. Oh, I thought this was the bean at cap. Mask C should be on the body. Let's just go back to painter, user 2, right there. Those ones, yeah, should be right. That has to be it. Mask, mask. Maybe it's just there we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, for face marking, didn't go all the way down the body, just end under the. Gotcha. Good. Uh, Look at them beans. And we got all this little fuzz. Dun, 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 dun. I think if we added just a very subtle noise to the base color, the fur would look a lot better. It would be a lot easier to tell that it's fuzzy. Yeah, fuzzy. I feel like I should be on. Oh, hey there, Kai. You're a shiny jelly bean. Shiny jelly beans. I am the jelly bean. You're welcome to switch to Twitch, but there's no requirement. I'm trying to branch out to both YouTube and Twitch, so you should be able to see chat. Although I suppose you only see it in my stream. Mean temperature. Well, hey there, Kai. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome. What have you been up to? Besides kicking butt. It's snowing, so slow at work. Oh, that sounds ideal. Nice chill day. Snow day. Might try to get that render back up and running. Ooh, very cool. Another work dweller. It's like a mirror dweller, but for work. Hmm. I think in order to make it more visible, I would need to add this in at like 50%. Though it should be updated. It should work a little bit clearer than that. Unless matcaps only use. Hmm, let me see. Maybe I have to do this. Hmm. I was expecting a little bit more variation after making that change. Uh, for our matcap, normal to use. It should be using the pixel noise. Oh, and the normal's off. That would do it. All right. Maybe a little too bumpy. Turn that down. Down to negative 0.01. Just barely bumpy. Yes. 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 All right. He's looking really cool. Damn, look at that jacket. Noise. And we're only at 66,000 triangles. Damn. I need to fix those beans though. So we'll need to rebake the beans. And we'll also need to probably make the fingers and hands just a little less fuzzy. And actually, a really easy way to do that. I take it back. For a mask, we'll add a fill gradient. We'll do it this way instead. Planar gradient. No repeat linear dodge. And this doesn't look like anything because I have to switch to user 0. Should be so. Bam, bam. Well, all right. Yeah, that looks good. A little bit of fuzz, nothing too crazy. I might lower it a little bit more. Enjoy that. Those look good. Alrighty. I think the hair could be much darker. Oh, I like these fuzzy tufts. They look so good. So fuzzerino. All right. More to do. Something like that. And then, like I was saying before, I just want a little noise on the fur. Something to give it some change. So I think we'll actually just use a fur material for that. Right here. Oops. Nope. That one. Smart fur. And we're going to tile it 4 times. Set it to triplanar projection. Something like that. And then color-wise, I'd like to add a filter to remove the saturation, and then set it to multiply, and just turn it down. That. And we'll need to tweak it, but let's just test one aspect at a time. What does it look like? All right, definitely it comes across more like fur. It's a little ham-handed though. I don't like the normals. Don't think I want the normal texture to appear. I just want it to have a some visual changes. Meh, it's okay. At very least we have some variation now. I think we'll do one more pass on it at some point. And actually, you know what? Let me switch up. I'm going to turn that off. And we're actually going to make one more user channel, user 3. And in user 3, it'll be white to start with. We're going to do a template flat, and we'll call this fur. Fur strands. Okay. And this will be black. Not this, this one. I want to go to user 3. And we're going to add a noise. Fill with a noise. Why is there a shadow on the eyes already? What's that from? I see. I had dropped it into that folder. There we go. Okay. So now noise. I want a very high frequency noise. Something feather stems, that might work well. We're going to set it to a triplanar. Tile it 20 times. It's not what I want. So the whole point is to get rid of the repeating. So I need another type of noise that is just naturally very high frequency. Do we have a blue noise? We have a blue noise. The fingies, yay! And before I go in VR, and it all breaks in new ways. That's the exciting part, Arctic. It always keeps you on your toes. Actually need to create a new export setup. Output templates. V5, and we're going to make a V7. So I want to mask D. D's nuts. Oh! Oh! All right, and then we can take mask D and drop it into the height. I tiled it, and we'll just set it to 1. So we need an even higher frequency. Can we get that? Meh. Can't say that looks very good. All right, back to what we were using before. Which was what were we using before? I think this one. All right. It's 11:30. But it does bug me because you can very clearly see these lines going back and forth. The only other solution is to have the mask we're using for the fur be 4K. If only they had stochastic sampling for the height. Out of any place you'd want it, it would probably be there. I guess it probably introduces noise. Anyway, mask D there. So we don't see much, but what happens if we hit it with the 4K? That's pretty good, actually. But we want it to be 4K. Very. As simple as we could get. All right. He fuzzy. It's fuzzy. I mean, that actually looks much better right there. It's just a little different because some places it kind of fades out a little bit more, but other places it has a lot more detail. I did also bump up the height. I think we can lower that, or the length. Fuzz. All right. Beautiful. Amazing. Powerful. Let's work on the nose. Make a nose bump. And we add. I think it's how you look at it. Yeah, it's similar but different, but there's no repetition. I think the other one was a little bit sharper in a sense because you could get it denser, but still looks good. Does fur shading eat up a lot of processing? Not sure how that stuff is calculated. A lot of fur is built on something called shells. So it's just basically you make a layer of shells, layer displacing the mesh, and then it's just um, sanding a texture for transparency for each of those shells. Um, so if I go into character, we can see there's a shell uh, layer count. So the higher we turn that up, the more shells there are, and the more resolution we get on the fur. Um, but it definitely can be expensive. Yes, most definitely. But if words aren't just not working, it's because I've got Friday brain at the moment. Hey, no judgment here. The eternal struggle. Do you go in optimized or in your world full world crashing glory? Build and despair. Sparkly. Sparkly. Oh, a little something there. I don't want that. I don't want that. What's that from? What's that from? Ear tufts. 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 If we get a little bit of shadow there, that'd be good. Squish. The menu preview of the avatar is shorter for some reason. Do you leave your FX layer in? Your animator? That gets me sometimes. Look at this sudden short ass. Got a case of sudden short ass. That can't be 1.5 meters. Funny. Very cute avatar, though. Didn't change anything in Unity, but when I edit models, I apply all transforms as a head for export. Maybe it's a game refresh issue, just a very random issue I didn't see coming because it was too short. Is that what you're trying to say, Arctic? You couldn't see it because was it hollow? Oh yeah, very good. Nice contrast. Let's do the same for the fingies in a little bit. Dang, it's looking super good. I'm very pleased. Nose is a little too craggly. Craggly? Scrungly? Scrungly. This pattern, I'm also going to give it color. And then I'm going to filter, blur only the color. Apparently it doesn't work. Just turn it down. And multiply. All right, but that should help give a lot of subtlety variation in their strands. A little darker. I think that's okay, but just to, because this was like a solid color before. You just want to make them a bit more saturated as time goes on. Now, just as a really quick test, as we round out the morning, I want to use image, say, got our galaxy image. Galaxy. And I'm just going to drop it in here for right now. And then in here, this is just going to be a mock-up. We won't be able to get it exactly correct. I'll put the mirror up there, apply it, make a UV map, second UV map, and we'll just do U, project from view, bounds. Sure. And then, and then export, of course. And on the body material, have decals, decal, decal. And this decal will tie to the second UV map, and we'll use the galaxy image, and we will say linear dodge. Maybe a little bit of emission as well. All right, and then on the body, we can move that decal around. Oh, not like that. 4, 4. I don't want it to tile, but I'll leave it on for now. Just want to see get an impression of this. Because we're going to try to do something like this. It'll be a little bit nicer looking, but we can do that. Oh, that's cool. I like that the fur picks it up. And then, really cool is that decals have depth, so we can actually push it into the body a little bit. That's a lot more than I wanted it to. Say 0.0, the smallest amount. Oh, but we can turn on panning as well. Interplay really quick. Cool. It's even a rotation. But we're going to shoot for having a large galaxy pattern on the back and shoulders. Maybe going over here a little bit too. That will spiral. This is not what decal offset 0 0. Rotation is just rotating it. I want rotation speed. Gotta go fast. And let's turn off the panning. And then we can offset. Interesting. All right, more to play. That's a cool effect. It is very fun. This is very fun. Well, there'll be more to experiment with as time goes on. But I do like it. Cosmic Dog. Cosmic Dog. Away! But it's coming out pretty well. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I'm getting hungry right now. I got more to do. And we've made some solid progress. Take some screenshots and turn this decal off for now. Because dang, it's coming out super well. Looking super good. Should have turned back on the stuff. Turn back on the stuff. Damn. God damn. Rick and Morty. Just gonna hide the body really quick. No, I'll take better photos some other time. But for now, we got those. All right, y'all. It is time for lunchtime. I will be taking my break. I'll be back soon in about an hour and a half, but we'll be ending the stream in between now and then. Anyone new here, definitely hit that follow, subscribe, all that jazz on whatever channel you are on. I will be back soon. We'll be switching gears to another avatar, a new avatar, getting the ball rolling on him, and looking forward to sharing what I'm up to. I hope everyone's having an amazing, amazing day. Hope to catch you later stream. I will definitely be here. Hope to see you then. And Arctic, Time, Era, Zoom. Who else coming by? Snardom if you're out there. Kai if you're out there. Mr. D20. I hope everyone's having an amazing time, man. Kelsey. Oh, a lot of people coming by. Shatter. Jax. Wow. Busy, busy morning. I suppose that's a Friday for you. But I will catch you all very soon. Be back in just a little while. Hope you're having a great one. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.